Nathan Rembrandt Augustus Richard
Beauregard.
Beauregard. Yes. Yes.
Disregard.
Um, it has been a very busy day in
Oh, I'm in the bushes.
activity of a young entertainment professional like myself.
What's happening?
I helped a friend shoot the intro for his Kickstarter video earlier today, and then met with the director of well, who I think is going to be the director for our next project, Rainbow Bridge, this afternoon.
Very nice.
Yes, and it was the good stuff. You know how when you meet with somebody and not only are they excited by the material that you're working on, but they are so excited that they're like selling you on your own thing.
No, I have no idea what that's like. That must feel good.
It did. It did. I am glowing right now, as if well, I don't have a comparison for it really. It's good. It's good. So yeah,
Good.
makes me feel good about being in entertainment. Is there any money involved yet? We don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Might literally be making this with $30 in a handshake, but rev share on the back end.
Mm.
But you know what? I can't care about how we're going to do it. We just need to do it. That's not
Yes.
true. I need to care about how we're going to do it. But
Well,
I'm going to figure out a
that's
way.
secondary to
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to do it. We'll burn it all down if we have to make it
Mm.
work. Yeah. So yeah, yeah.
Good.
Anyway,
Good.
how are you?
Well, don't forget about me when.
Of course not. Of course not. Of course
Uh,
not.
I'm doing all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
hanging in there.
Yeah.
Another month, another day,
I am
another week.
very excited at how much people seem to be enjoying our little conversations.
Yeah, I was wondering if that would change the way we behave at all. So far, I don't know.
Here's the best part. So much of this season is already recorded. It won't matter.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah. By the time
Seriously.
you see this, you have already seen most of it.
Yeah,
So there's that.
yeah,
There's that.
that's true. We're coming to the end of the season.
Yeah, we've only got a few episodes left. And as a reminder, we are doing a full 26, right?
Are we? Wow, is it that many?
I think so. I think we're doing a full, like
Holy
a
shit.
1989 full season order.
1989 full season.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We've already talked about that, right?
Yeah, we have.
The-
We have.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But
Okay.
uh
Don't
but
want to say anything twice, you
I
know?
know. Well,
I
Nate's
don't do that.
Nate's making fun of me because I mentioned
No,
that
I
we've
do
covered a couple
that
things in a couple of
multiple
you've
times.
noticed it. You've noticed it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Or you haven't, and you're just grateful that we remind you of things when we mention it again.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go with the latter. I'm going to assume good intent, and that everything is working exactly how it's supposed to. And we have merch coming. Are we merching?
We're working on it. I've hopefully temporarily, lost access to the Adobe Cloud. So
Oh, that's
no
not good.
no Photoshop, no Lightroom, no photography, no art right now.
So if you would like to handle that ransomware and donate $100,000 to the Nate and Curtis podcast or the Nate and
I'll
Curtis show.
just Zell me.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Hi, it's Editing Curtis from the future. We do have merch. We have lots of merch. In fact, you can find the merch in the link in the description or the bio or however you're listening to this. Eventually, you will find a link, and there is where the merch is. I'm actually very excited today. Today, for the first time in a very long time, we are going to refer to the show bullet points to
Oh,
cover a very specific
well,
topic.
we've started to do that.
Sure, sure, but this is a
This
return
we're
to
really gonna
form.
stick to it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right.
because today we are going to talk about the weird things we have experienced. And
Oh.
yes, yes,
Yeah, all the nightmares.
all the nightmares, all the nightmares.
It's not nightmarish for me, the stuff. It's just weird. Just
Uh, I don't know about you, but I just wake up every day going, "Do I have a job? Do I have a job?"
am I working this week?
That's the
Well,
nightmare.
we shot 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off, 2 weeks off for the holidays, right?
Right?
And
Yeah,
and lather, rinse, repeat.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that was and so I on the off weeks I would do that for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the fourth week I would spring out of bed and be like, "Oh shit, I'm late."
Oh,
And
oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
panic instantly sets in and yeah.
I always felt like shooting on a television show, and I'm pretty. I actually don't know if this is true anymore, because it's been that long since I've done a recurring stint on something.
Mhm.
Um, I used to say that working on TV was kind of like being in school because you'd have the same breaks. You'd do
Yeah,
like
but I never
spring break
shot
and
out of bed and went, "Oh shit, I'm late for school." That never happened. That just didn't happen. Let's be honest.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um, or any other job I've ever had, for that matter.
There is something about having the performing the acting job that really does instill a certain amount of panic into you don't want to be the one responsible for burning $100,000 that day
Right.
by being late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember one of the first times that I was legitimately producing. Like it wasn't just me and a couple of guys.
Hmm.
I was at Photochem doing a session where they were selling us on a product, and it
Photochem
was yeah, yeah.
is
Oh, photo. Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
it's not just us though, man.
Sometimes I forget their name.
Not anymore, it's
Um,
not.
so Photochem is a development and telecine company in Los Angeles that takes the work that you do on film and moves it into the digital. Now, of course, they've expanded their offerings since digital production has become more commonplace and, in fact, the dominant form of production. So now they do color timing and they do transfers into different codecs and they do a lot of things
I didn't know.
that are
I didn't know that.
related to data transfer of film and video content. But this was back in 2011, and we were going through, and they were selling us on this new product line of DI, which is digital intermediary, where you take the digital from camera and it goes into whatever the core hard drive is that's going to carry all of your product that you could transfer into your editing bay. And and the guy who was leading it was a very prominent producer who is still working. I will not mention names just because I don't want to call out, just because I don't want to be weird about it. It's already weird. Damn it.
It's getting weirder by the second.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop. But as he was talking, he was like, "Look, I use this because I know when I do this, I'm saving $15,000, and on a 150K day, you know that that's gonna matter." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, I have never had to imagine up to that point what I'm actually spending per day
Hmm.
because." For so many of the things I was doing, my projects were under 400K. So
For
a
the
lot of
entirety.
for the entirety of it.
Hmm.
So a lot of my costs were sunk costs. Like we just knew what we were spending and it was spent. Like it was either already out or it was already promised or it was like guaranteed out. And so the idea of having a project that's lasting long enough that you're paying out in phases or you're getting your investment in phases
Hmm.
and that you got to track what your day spend is. Whew. Yeah, it took a while before I was actually worrying about day spend and I wasn't just like, this is what we got. This is what we spent.
Yeah, most of my stuff was, how much did I spend on pizza today?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
luckily,
One
except
of
for
the
I did one project where it was a lot of shooting, but it still was only 180,000 for the entirety.
That's pretty good. That's
And
pretty good.
that'll get released someday.
I thought you did release it.
No,
Isn't it finished and sitting there just waiting to
it's
go out?
finished and sitting there, and it does need a couple of credits and stuff like that need to be fixed. But yeah, it's basically done. Just waiting on some approval,
Oh,
and
got it.
and I don't know that I'm gonna get it, but I don't know that I need it. So
Oh man, that's a
yeah,
rough
I
spot to
need
be.
and my the lawyer I used to use, the entertainment lawyer, has retired, and I kind of feel like I should leave him alone because he's already done some things for me out of retirement, which was very kind of him, but he did not want to,
That's
but
fair.
he did. So
If
um,
you need somebody, I have somebody good who's
I
affordable.
do,
And so
and then we're back to there is no more money.
yeah,
There
yeah,
just isn't any more money. And
well,
then platform. Like I'm ready to actually just pull the trigger. I don't think I want to wait for an approval anymore. I just
oh,
need to pull
good,
the trigger and shoot it out there.
great.
But I'm still on the fence about where to go with it.
Well, you were
And
thinking about
YouTube.
YouTube and Amazon, right?
Yeah, you can. I don't know how exactly you're supposed to submit it to Amazon.
Well, the nice thing about
Or do you
Amazon is
just
that
put it up
you
yourself?
could put it up yourself, and it
Okay.
could be a self-release, and you can set it for charge, or you can just reap money based on their ad stuff. It doesn't pay as well as YouTube, but the reach is astounding because
Okay.
Prime is Prime
Yeah,
is
everybody's got. Yeah, everybody has Prime as a. I click on Netflix, or I click on Prime, or I click on Hulu, or etc. But nobody really clicks on YouTube. Not
you
now.
yeah, it works a different way. Like as far as entertainment media goes, YouTube is actually beating everybody as a
Right.
thing,
That makes
but
sense.
but discovery is very difficult,
Yep. Yep.
and
That's
it
what I'm saying. Like people browse
yes,
Hulu and stuff. Not as many people browse YouTube,
right, right, not without the
which will
algorithm getting in the way.
probably change at some point, and they'll become a standard platform for viewing.
They've got
I
YouTube TV that works more
Right.
like
It's
Hulu and
happening.
stuff,
Right.
but
It's a little, yeah.
what you gonna do? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How are we doing on bullet points?
We are avoiding them. We talked about the fact that we're going to stick to them, and then we got off topic.
I knew we just can't do it, man.
Okay.
We just can't do it.
I like what we're talking about, though, so I don't care. Except I really do want to talk about these things. We had a
Okay.
conversation. We had a conversation off camera. We did our first Patreon only meet and greet the other day, and we had a bunch of time while we were like doing the pre-setup stuff to have a conversation. And in that conversation, we ended up talking about all of the weird things that happened to us being people on a
TV
number
show.
one television
Yeah.
show in the 90s. And Nate fortuitously said we should have recorded this because this would have been an episode. And I was like, we will just do it again. We will do it
Hmm.
again next week. We will record this conversation.
So
Um,
just, yeah, weird stuff that's happened to us.
Yeah.
What's I mean, do you want to go chronologically or do you want to go
I feel like I should do
weirdest
my
to
stuff
less weird or vice
first
versa?
because I've got the fewest stories and mine are like the least exciting. I feel like yours, this is going to be a Nate centric episode because you've got so many good ones. But you've had some actually interesting. Nate Richard was featured on the covers of some of the most prominent and most popular teen magazines of the time, including Teen Beat, Tiger Beat, and well,
All the
I
other
think
beats.
all the other beats. Everything was
Yeah.
a beat. And between you and Jonathan Taylor Thomas, there were a
Yep.
lot. There was a lot of floppy hair in the
Yes.
'90s.
Yeah, that was the thing, man. The floppy hair.
Yeah,
Wish I still had it.
yeah, yeah.
It's in a bag somewhere in the back of a closet.
That's terrible. Because I know what we're going to talk about the rest of the time, my brain immediately conjured the image of a
Someone's,
Nate hair doll. Like,
far as I know, no one's ever stolen my hair, but I have had the hat stolen right off the top of my head. I
oh,
was going into a bar, and this was years after the show had ended, and
okay.
somebody on the street had recognized me, and she was trying to sneak in with us, and we were on some list. I don't know. We were going to have some pre-production meeting. It wasn't my choice. This is what they wanted to do in the like VIP room of a, I don't know. People are weird. And so
Business gets done strangely
she
in
was
Los
trying to
Angeles.
sneak in with us, and she's, yeah, stole the hat right off the top of my head. And I was like, okay, can I have that back? And she's like, well, you get me in with you, and you can get it back. And the bouncer's like, hey. And I walked away because she was like pulling on the clothes and doing that whole thing. And uh,
Well,
yeah.
that's no fun.
So yeah, he ended up coming to me about 5 minutes later and said, "Hey, man, here you go," and gave me my hat back. So I didn't ask. He got it back, and she was not allowed in. So
Well,
um,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah,
It
that
is
was
so unusual how people connect with celebrities so strongly, and especially in this kind of situation where they feel like you owe them something, like they
well.
feel
They
entitled
feel
to
like they
access or
know
something.
you, and
Yeah,
maybe they behave with you like they would with somebody in their family, or
right, right.
um, yeah. And you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't. Um, but yeah, there was I I had a house years ago, and it was a two-story, and I was on the upper floor, and I was looking out the window, and or somebody looked out the window and said, "Hey, there's somebody going through the trash, and they're not homeless. That it was a Mercedes Benz in the alley." And this woman, all dolled up, heels, everything, the whole nine, was going through my trash cans out back. And we caught her doing that several times. And one of my roommates uh, chased her off and said, "Hey, get out of here." She's like, "I know who lives here." And he was like, "I live here." Yeah, I don't know. She knew I lived there, and that was what she was doing. She was there to get any scraps of paperwork or I don't know what.
That's
Pick,
wild.
yeah, it wasn't my trash. It was the recycling, but
Regardless, that's
yeah,
not like,
I don't know why I'm sticking up for her.
yeah, yeah. It's just, yeah, yeah.
I had
Little do we know
people have
somebody's.
followed me home. She was probably one of the people that just had followed me home and
And
kept
was this
coming
during
back
the show? Was this after the show?
during this. That was during the show. The hat
Mm.
off the head was 2 years after. Um,
Okay, if we're talking about stuff that happened during the show, I was once chased through Disneyland by a group of Canadian schoolgirls. which was quite a surprise because I was not expecting it.
How did you know they were Canadian?
They
They
had,
said, "Come here, eh?"
first of all, they were in full uniforms, and they had Canadian maple leaves on the uniforms.
Okay,
And
that's kind of a giveaway.
yeah, yeah, they were. It was Disneyland does like guest musical spots for like kids and bands,
Okay.
and I was there with a friend. We were just doing Disneyland because Southern California, that's what you do. And we walked by this group of it was we just walked by, and it was just a group of people, and I didn't expect anything, and then there was all this commotion, and then we heard a squeal, and the two of us turned around to see what had happened, to see a group of like 20 girls just running at us. And I was like, who are they running toward? And I
Yep.
turned to see who they were running toward, and the
And there
person I was with went, you idiot, and then grabbed my arm and pulled me, and we ended up having to take off.
I stopped going to malls because this was when I think, from what I remember, I think I was with Lindsay. I was dating Lindsay Sloan at the time, and we walked into a mall to go to Sam Goody record store.
Oh my
I
God.
realize that's a very old sentence. And so we walked by the perfume counter. We, parked outside of the department store,
Hmm.
walked through by the perfume counter and walked out into the mall towards the Sam Goody, and way down the other end of the mall, not the other end, but far enough away, could see a couple of girls do that same thing, squeal and perk up and look. And I had that moment of looking behind me and going, oh shit. And then as they came towards us, there was a couple more and a couple more, and soon enough, that was basically a school bus worth of high school kids or junior high or whatever it was coming at us screaming, and we did an about face and walked back past the perfume counter, and the people at the perfume counter were laughing, and because they saw the whole thing.
Right.
And then I didn't go back into a mall for, I don't know, 15 years.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Yeah, how'd Lindsay manage that?
I think it was Lindsay. Uh,
Well, the reason I ask is because I imagine that Lindsay actually would have like dealt with that very well. She has always struck me as somebody who has a cool under pressure vibe
oh
and
yeah, she had to,
kinda
yeah, she had
yeah.
to deal with my panic attacks and stuff, I'm sure. Yeah, no, she would have been very cool and calm and
Yeah.
under pressure. She
Just
grew up, here, I
yeah.
didn't, being from the Midwest, you don't see stuff like that. And she was just sort of already used to it uh at a young age. So for her it was, yeah, probably pretty normal and,
Par for the
easy
course.
easy to negotiate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, we're peace out. There we go."
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably, if it was her, she probably, grabbed me, turned me, and said, "All right, we're going." Yeah, shirt torn one time. That was another thing where it was like a crowd of people moving through to get, where the hell was that? Set up. I think it might have been Taste of Chicago. It
Oh,
was a
hey.
very large,
Yeah.
crowded, and yeah, this girl was I think she was mostly trying to follow me rather
Mm.
than attack me. But yeah, grabbed me by the sleeve and I was pulling away and broop, just tore the sleeve.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I tried to do some evasive maneuvering and get back to my friends with my turkey leg, if that's where I was.
If
It's been so long now.
this is my
You know,
favorite part is that your memory of the like you remember the incidents, but the details always get real fuzzy.
I can remember the shirt that got torn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know, I remember what the shirt looks like, but yeah.
Yeah. It's uh
I
I
don't
would,
remember where I was.
when you did Melissa's podcast,
Hmm.
did she bring stuff up? And was there stuff cut from that episode where you're just like, I have no memory of that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, most of it. I think we probably had to go an hour over just so she could get useful things.
Oh my goodness. Oh
No,
my
we did.
goodness.
I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was funnier when I thought it was. We're gonna print the legend.
I don't think so, Curtis. I don't remember.
I know that I walked into that one. I
Mm.
100% walked into that one. Um, your mall
Yeah.
story reminded me of a mall story
Oh, you have
that I
them
had
all.
completely forgotten
There you
until you
go.
mentioned it. Um, uh, at the Brea Mall in the Victoria's Secret, I was with the person who was my ex-wife, and she was doing legitimate shopping, and I just happened to be with her.
Mhm.
And I got recognized by a bunch of kids in the Victoria's Secret. And so I got
Strange
swarmed.
place for kids to be shopping, but
Well, they were with their moms.
oh, okay.
And so, and they were just the right age for the show. Like they were
Mhm.
11 to like 13.
Mhm.
Uh, and so I got swarmed by a good dozen kids. And the next thing I know, I'm getting handed receipts to autograph. But these receipts were for the things their moms just bought. So it was these receipts
Not
for
a good
like
look.
bras and underwears and stuff.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
we're just gonna flip this over.
To children. Yeah. Where you sign to children. Not a good look,
But
man.
the moms are like, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That was really funny. And it was so awkward because I was like, oh, we should go out because I tried to get them out of the store. That
Right.
was my thing. I was like,
Just in
let's
case
go
somebody
out
took a
here.
picture or something.
Yes, yes.
This
And
is
this
way
was
before cell
cell
phones and yeah,
But
yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time, like, I want to be appropriate. I'm not looking to be like, we're in the underwear section. Let's do some
Right, right.
autographs. Um, but the kids wouldn't move. They would not move. And I was a Disney character. I have been in photo locations. I have moved a group of people. But it's a lot easier to do in 40 pounds of fur than it is to do when you're by yourself.
Interesting.
Yeah. 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 Disney, don't sue me just because I said that. I don't think they care
Do you
that
have
much
an
anymore.
NDA with Disney when you work as a character?
Yeah, you're supposed to call yourself a pageant helper. And
Pageant helper?
yeah,
What
I
does that
don't know
mean?
the origin of the phrase anymore, but when we first got hired in, they would tell you the origin of that and how like it came to be. And it was the official code name. You didn't say you were a character. You didn't say that you played whatever. I'm a pageant helper and I'm friends with Pluto. I'm a pageant helper and I'm friends with Eeyore. And so that was how you got around it.
Mm.
But it's my understanding, and correct me in the comments if you know better than I do, that they don't actually call the character department pageant helpers anymore because I mentioned it to a couple of the new kids that work there. Because once you work at Disney, you never like actually leave the aura or the orbit of Disney people. You're
Hmm.
just you're just forgotten by whoever works there currently. Like you've got
Okay.
2 weeks, you've got 2 weeks where people remember you, and then you become a legend of something that once was there.
Hmm.
If anybody even remembers to bring that up. But do still know some people who work there, and they introduced me to some younger characters. And I was like, so what do you think about being a pageant helper? And they were like, a what?
A what?
Yeah, didn't know the title anymore. And we
Do
used to
you?
be able to talk about department numbers.
Okay.
And like, so you could be like 384, woo woo. And when I reference 384, people are like, I don't know what that means.
Guess it's changed.
Yeah.
Would you enjoy? Do you still go to Disneyland? Would you enjoy it, or
I
does it just bring back work in your brain?
I have a strong feeling
And how long did you work there?
of 5 years.
Okay, quite a long
95
time.
to 2000.
Okay.
And the only reason I left was because I was working enough on television that I actually had to go. The last couple years were actually really awkward because people would recognize me at the
Mm,
park, and it started to like it was weird. It got weird. Like
mhm.
I was doing a puppet show. Puppet. This is the universal symbol for
But
puppet show.
that's what
Uh,
I puppet, right?
puppet. I was
Okay.
doing a puppet show for. It was an anti-drug puppet show that we did to schools. We traveled around to schools and did this puppet show about don't do drugs. And it was in the prime.
Were you high when you did that? Just curious.
Not admit to that. But this was
Cheers.
during. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Uh, this was during 1998, which is a fuzzy year for me for various reasons. Um, and but there was one time we were loading the show into the school auditorium, and the kids saw me, and it was right after the night before, and the Sabrina Goes To had aired,
Hmm.
and that was a pretty good Gordy episode.
Yeah,
And
I know this now because I
you went back and
got
watched.
some of your photos. I wouldn't say I watched it, I watched it in short
In chunks,
increments.
right?
Yeah.
Little word here, word there.
Hmm.
But one of the kids did the frickin' Puppet Masters thing and went, ah! And then all of, like, there was a rush. And I got grabbed by the school, like, uh, resource person.
I thought you were gonna say bully.
No, 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 no. But like by a school official, they put me behind a locked door and slammed it and stood in front of it, and the kids all crashed into it. And the stage manager for the show went, you know what, you're not going to do setup today.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're like, we might have to work something out after the show. And I did. I had to do like a 20-minute autograph session after the show.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was weird. It was wild. It was wild. Yeah. And I had kind of forgotten about that until we started talking about this too. I just keep pushing them out of my head.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours were sparking my memory. That's for sure.
Well, I
It's
feel
funny
like
that I still get the willies when I think about that stuff.
it could be a little
Like I
overwhelming.
got a little like shaky and
Yeah. Yeah. That
Wow.
one was a little bit unnerving because it really was you've got the context of being in the show, right? And like if you're out and about, you kind of being a public figure, you kind of expect it. Like
Yeah.
if I'm going to be in public and somebody recognizes me, and
You
bear in
just you
mind,
just you don't take into account the possible severity, I
no,
think, is what
no,
it is.
and also when I was doing another job, and I always felt like I was separate when I was working at Disneyland than I was as television's Curtis Anderson,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, in your mind,
Yeah.
you just went to your other job.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
And instead, that is not how anybody else perceived that. And there's also the fact that like I know we joke about this, but you were a legitimate regular on the show. You had you were a teen heartthrob. This is not to embarrass you, but like you were
Well,
like
I don't even feel like I'm remotely that guy anymore. So it's like we're talking about another person. So no, I don't. It doesn't embarrass me.
but it was a thing. Like there was
Yes,
a
it was
reason you were on
definitely a thing.
covers. There was a publicity push to make sure that like you were
Hmm.
in spots. I was just a dude. So understanding that the show had a certain amount of cultural impact and understanding that, Gordy wasn't nothing, but Gordy was also a smaller character. It
Right.
was always very surprising to me how much people would get excited about the guy who was on a couple episodes last season. You know what I mean? And
It just it tells you how interested people were in it.
Yeah. I mean, I got
Wow.
very used to essentially being anonymous
Yeah,
because when you're on just a bunch of shows, people sometimes recognize you, but they don't know why.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, we've gone over that.
Yeah. Yeah.
My buddy Gene and the RoboCop thing, I
Oh
told you
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And even if they don't really know, like they'll be like, "Did we go to high school together?" Like
Yep.
there's some kind of trigger memory they just don't have.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you, with this beard, I get a lot of people who say they recognize me, and I just don't push it.
Hmm.
It's just, I got that face. Just got that
Yeah.
kind of face.
I get recognized as Rob Corddry all the time. We've talked about that, right?
We have not on this, not
We've
on the
not?
podcast. You and I
Oh,
have
okay.
talked about it, but we have
Oh,
not covered it on the podcast.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I get recognized as Rob Corddry very, very frequently. And that's with a hat on. Nobody knows I'm bald under this hat. But I was at the airport and this guy was not taking no for an answer. This was just last year, I think, year and a half ago. And he was not taking no for an answer. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Come on. You're such a good actor. I love your stuff, man. I love you on the Daily Show and all these other things. I was like, yeah, that's seriously not me. Oh, come on, man. My girlfriend even recognized you. She didn't know from what, but blah blah blah. And I said, well, ask her about this other show, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and see if she says anything to that. And he was I was going into a restaurant and they were waiting for their plane across the way, and I could see her go. But up until that point, yeah, he was not taking no for an answer. He was certain that I was Rob Corddry.
Now, see, I don't see
And
that.
Nick Bakay was doing Bookie was the show, and Rob Corddry's on that show, or was on that show, and so I told Nick, hey, if Rob ever needs a stunt double, give me a call, man. Uh,
That is a terrible job for you. You don't have the knees for it anymore, sir.
they've got shots for that. It'll be fine. We need the money. Come on.
That's fair. I mean, here's the thing though. I don't
Although I
want
don't
you
know,
getting
do they
hurt.
not get paid very much? Is that what you're about to tell me?
I mean, they get,
Stuntmen,
they
stunt
get,
doubles?
they get paid more than we're getting for the podcast.
Well, yeah, I mean, but do they, I mean, I know they can earn a living, but it used to be if it was by the stunt, like if it was an incredibly dangerous stunt, then they would get extra money. But I don't know if that still works today, if
Yeah, I don't,
everything's
I don't, I
completely
don't
changed.
actually know what the rates are anymore, but they do pretty well. But bear in mind, a lot of stunt folks, once you're a known quality stunt performer, you're
Hmm.
getting reused constantly. Like, um, back to Disneyland, a lot of people go from Disneyland off to other professional avenues.
Hmm.
And there is a guy who was also in the department after my time, but knows multiple people. And I met him at a career day at a school that one of our former castmates drew us all back into because we were talking about entertainment careers. And I was talking about, acting and da 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 da. But this guy had just finished doing Avengers and was a major stunt performer for the entire MCU. So
Hmm.
my stories were worthless because this guy got to be Thor. You know what I mean? Like for
Oh
real.
shit. Yeah.
And so he was talking about all the shows that he was working on, and he was basically living in Atlanta back in the day and just going from production to production to production. So I mean, I know they get paid all right by union standards and everything. But I think
But
the
he was,
bigger
but
thing is he
he's
was
working
just working
consistently. Yeah.
constantly. Yeah,
Well, and if you're a actual stunt double, then you're
you
working
follow
on what,
somebody.
yeah, you're following somebody sometimes for their entire career.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Especially if you look enough like them, like you just become a contract attachment.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If they need a over the shoulder, dirty
Body double and stunt double.
body double, stunt double, the whole thing.
And I know when I was doing music videos, we hired John Hamm's body double from uh, that he used on
Well,
what's
that's
the
a
show?
body double
Mad
now.
Men.
Did he look like the guy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and we used him for the music video to be our Timu John Hamm.
Nice.
It was perfect. It worked great.
Hell of an actor, that John Hamm. Really like
Yeah,
that
I
guy.
really do. He's very funny. He's very talented.
Charismatic, funny, great guy.
Yeah.
I don't
Let,
know,
let's
great
have
guy.
him on the
That
podcast.
might be putting. Yeah, come
Yeah,
on over, John,
yeah.
Mr. Ham.
Mr. Ham.
Uh, but what was that? Oh, Rob Corddry. Yeah,
I
I would
don't
love.
see
I'd love
Rob
to play
Corddry.
his brother in something.
I really don't see Rob
We could be
Corddry.
brothers.
Yeah, like I
I
guess
see it. Oh, I'm sliding into this couch here. Gotta climb out. Woo! Falling in. I've readjusted. Natanya is now starting to do her own podcast.
yes. Yeah. Is
We're
that
still here,
recording yet?
babe.
Like,
Not just yet. No.
okay.
Possibly Friday.
Oh, no
Um,
kidding.
so that's her corner now. And now I'm over here in this corner. So I've got you got to get used to sitting to the other side, which you think it's the age thing, when your hips are kind of tilted in a certain direction, you naturally want to sit to that angle, and now I'm doing it the opposite way, and so it's I don't know, stiff or something, and I'm just sliding into the couch because this left leg just isn't as flexible as the other. Um, so that's what I'm going through.
Getting old, man. Getting old. Oh, what a pain. So besides cheering gaggles of children and the awkwardness of being popular, you've actually had some very, very unusual requests come through, which is really what I wanted to get to. But I'm glad we started with the softer stories first because this is getting into it.
Well, there's the foot people. There's a guy in Italy who's been hit me up. This was, I don't know, say it was years ago at this point, but it was hitting me up on Instagram, asking if I would send him pics of my feet, and he would pay me handsomely for those.
Nice.
Um,
Nice. Now, I don't recall what your feet look like. Um, do you have
I
particularly attractive feet or
I was kickboxing for a couple years, and my big toenails. Also, I did get one run over by a vehicle by accident, but when I was a kid. Um, but they are not. They are very. My big toenails are just smashed. Do I really want to be telling the whole world this? Who cares?
I don't I mean
Yes,
it
my
might
big
stop you
toes.
from getting more requests.
My well, or more, just weirder ones.
Rule
So
34.
yeah, I couldn't bring myself to give him the pics of my feet, no matter what the payment was going to be, because yeah, they're just not in good shape. And then did I tell you about the diaper people?
You told me about the diaper people, but
Okay,
yeah,
so
but the
I
people don't know about the diaper people.
I got solicited for uh, a catalog uh, for adult diapers.
Okay. So
But
like depends. Is that clearly what we're talking about?
I looked them up, and it wasn't exactly your average adult diapers. This was more of a fetish catalog for, and there's probably a term for this, but people who dress up like a baby
Okay.
as a kink.
Okay. Okay.
So like pacifier, bonnet, diaper, um, and I don't check Instagram messages as often as I uh,
Probably
probably
should.
should,
Yeah.
um, or shouldn't. If you'd listen to this story, so I didn't see that message for a year, I think it was, or lots of months, and so I said, what the hell? I need the money, and I contacted them back, telling them I'd give it a go. Why not? I thought it'd be hilarious to do, just like pacifier,
Okay, but this is what gets me, and this
you
is
know,
what you didn't answer
and a
before when we
diaper
talked
and
about
crawling
this.
around. And they didn't respond back. Too much time had passed, and
That's probably
they had
fair.
lost interest, or they maybe they found an A-list guy to do it. I don't know, not or a B-list guy to do it even. Um,
What do you think drew them to you in the first place for this? Because I don't I know we had a baby episode on Sabrina, but
that was Frank
yeah,
Conniff.
that was Frank.
Hmm.
You were never in a diaper. Were you in a diaper on the show?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so what do you
That's
think
the kind of thing you'd
inspired?
think you'd remember, right?
I would hope.
Uh, they did tickle my feet, so maybe that's where
I
they
think
got
that's
the
where the
idea
foot guy got the.
for the foot guy. But I don't think I was ever in a diaper. So, to the best of my recollection, I've never worn a diaper.
That is just. It's just a weird ask. It's a weird ask.
Yeah.
Maybe they were
Why
trying to
do
get
I
Rob
think they would?
Corddry.
They might have thought I was Rob Corddry. I could picture Rob in a diaper.
I think Rob has been in a diaper.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
You might have nailed it.
maybe. Because that is what confused me the most about the story when you told me before. And then as I was thinking up that question, we had to get off the line. And I was like, God damn it. But this, I knew we were going to talk about it today. So I wanted to make sure I knew. Because that one confuses me. Like, it's what,
Well,
I get the feet pics. Feet pics are like, it's a known thing. It's a super kink. Like, it's a joke. Like it's so culturally ingrained that people are like, I'll get feet pics and then I can quit my job. But like
right.
the diaper thing,
Yeah.
who is thinking of Nate Richard as a
As
adult baby?
a baby kink guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was willing to say yes.
Mm.
They just they lost interest.
Well, hey,
And now that ship has sailed.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what are you
'Cause
gonna do?
I don't think you'd want to do it now.
What, this year?
Yeah,
This was only a couple of years ago.
yeah. But I mean, like, it's 2026. I think we're past. I mean, I think
Oh,
now you
is
authentically
diaper
need.
kink passe now? Is that what
Well,
you're trying
no,
to say?
I just think we've entered a time when you can't fake a diaper kink for a check. You know what I mean? I think you need to live in authenticity with your kink to cash that
Oh, I see what you're
check. I
saying.
think people would be like, you were a poser.
Disingenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's really not up my alley.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah. No kink shame, but like at the same time, you gotta be true
Yeah.
about that stuff.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. For what it's worth.
Okay.
However, if there are some kinks that you would like to pay us for, just let us
Drop
know
us a line.
in the DMs. And if we can authentically connect to one of them, and the check is right, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
That might be a Patreon exclusive.
So are we? So what's your kink then? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Dude,
That's for the Patreon.
That's for
members.
Patreons. I'm 49 years old and an entertainment professional. I don't know that I get to have kinks anymore. I'm just
I was gonna say
tired.
there's really no time for
There
all that.
isn't. There
That's too
isn't.
much fanfare.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that has been the weirdest thing about being an adult. I especially in late stage capitalism, I spend every day doing something to move the ball closer to the goal.
Mhm.
And
Good for you, by the way.
I mean, only because I've got the motivation of a very supportive wife who would also like to see me succeed.
Mm.
And I also recently got out of a fairly deep depression I didn't know I was in. So, like, there's a lot of motivation to catch up on the time I lost.
Right. Yep.
But it also means that when I stop, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
So I think my kink is sleep.
There's got to be a way to spin that, right? If that's, I mean, OnlyFans, just watching
Oh,
Curtis sleep.
oh my God.
Just
Okay,
put a
now
camera on yourself.
it's really weird that you mentioned that
You can
because
have that going live for hours.
I have
And
had
then
a
Renee could
couple,
just be there and oh, thanks to so and so for the tip
right?
or however that works. I'm not quite sure. Is
Yeah. Well,
that how it
yeah.
works? People tip you and it comes down the line there?
It's funny that you mentioned that because there is a show that we were developing. OnlyFans for about a year was trying to develop their non-adult programming.
Okay.
As a heads up, yes, OnlyFans is known for their adult programming. Like it's their primary thing, it's what everybody knows them for.
Mm.
But there's actually a lot of OnlyFans material that is completely safe for work. A lot of cooking shows do very well on OnlyFans,
Hmm.
and other
I thought it was like 100% porn kink
no,
website.
no, it's 85%. Uh,
85%. Okay.
and they were going public and they were trying very hard to clean up their image, and that's when they got in trouble for trying to shut down the porn stuff. And it was like, look, that is your bread and butter. You are
Right.
making all your money on that.
Hmm.
It is as much as you want to fight
It's the
it.
bread, butter, and the knife.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But they were commissioning shows. And uh and so Jamie Jessup and I developed a couple programs that we wanted to do with them that would be through the site to help get it going. And one of them I still really, really want to make because it's so good. And it's probably the most ambitious multimedia project that um, that I've ever actually conceived of and or not conceived, helped develop and like planned out. And it's a multi-platform series that goes through the underbelly of the Los Angeles like occult scene,
Hmm.
and it's called Only Phantoms because we were playing off the name. And it's gonna cost, even if we platform it online, it's gonna cost 10 million to do.
Huh?
Yeah.
Why?
I'll show you the process of it all
Okay.
because it involves six leads and the number and three different platforms per character and then production budget. Um,
Wow.
it's so cool. It's so cool. Imagine following two characters as they're on the hunt for a missing influencer who claims that her dead boyfriend is reaching out from beyond the grave. And so they're tracking her through the underbelly
You're not going to use any of this, right?
of
You can't be telling people what your idea is.
I can't. Why not?
Yeah, we can let this.
It's already safe. If somebody
Is
hears
it?
about it and they want it to go, yeah, it's protected.
Okay.
Yeah, it's registered, it's protected.
All right. Just making sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so they go through and they are trying to track her down while they're following her updates on her channel and stuff, where
Hmm.
she's talking about messages from her dead boyfriend. And then and there's a really cool twist at the end that I'm not going to ruin, but it flips everything on its side where they have to question what's actually real, and then it goes into season two, and I just it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. But it's something right now. That I'm working on is something that I could do tomorrow if I had to, and to
Right.
do this one truly, to actually do it, it has to be done right, and we'd have to pay for all the things that need to get done. And
Hmm.
so, yeah. And the cheapest I could do it is 3 million, but to do
That's
it
quite
right
the
is
jump.
10. Yeah. Yeah. You have to sacrifice a lot to do it at 3.
Hmm.
Yeah. But that
Yeah,
buys you a
money.
season of television.
Money, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an entire season for
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking film, but still, I mean, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, still low budget comparison. Most television shows cost about 3 million an episode. So, yeah. That's why you only get 8 to 10 a season instead of 26.
Unless, they do it in England, it's usually what, six? episodes
Yeah,
a
but
season?
they do everything in pound sterling over there.
Hmm.
So you get that wasn't funny. That didn't
That's
fly the
okay.
way I thought it was gonna go.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut that joke.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Because that was funnier at the end there.
Oh
And I'll
boy.
need the context.
Oh man.
Well, guess what?
Did we do it?
We did it.
Get out of here. That's been an
For
hour
real.
already?
Yeah, a little
Oh,
over.
man. Wow.
Yeah, not like literally like 2 minutes over, but still.
Okay.
Yeah,
But when you're done cutting it, it'll be
55. It'll be 55.
5 minutes of air, 7 minutes of air out of this.
Yeah.
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 We didn't take a break. I took a quick break.
Quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, we do this on the tag now. We don't have to do that again.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And
Look out.
see you next week.
By the time you see this, we'll have the merch, but look out for the merch.
And we did a really good job sticking to the outline today.
For the most
I
part.
just want to
It was a
throw that
single
out
bullet
there.
point, so we did it.
We did it, though. We did it.
I really like doing this with you, Nate. This is a lot of fun.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it as well, man. Who'd have thunk we could just find an excuse to shoot the shit every week?
I know, right? Right. I'm glad you all like it too, because clearly you do, because we're seeing the numbers, and that's very promising.
Appreciate you.
All right, we're getting out of here. You get out of here. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching and hanging out with us. Do the likings and the subscribings on the YouTube. Come check us out on Patreon if you'd like to support. That would be great. We've also got merch available. Take it away, Curtis.
We're going to take a look at the merch in the link in the show notes or the description down below. Also, want to give out a big warm shout out to our VIP patron, Lyle at the Halloween Podcast. Thank you very much for your support. And if you would like to follow Nate and I, you can do that on Instagram because it's the only social media we care about.